Greetings, folks, and welcome to this segment of Vinyl Therapy, the Transformers edition. Now, you guys don't know this, but anybody who's ever known me through social media knows that I'm a really big Transformers fan. And normally I don't get anything Transformers that isn't actually transformable, but I just couldn't help myself because these pops were done so well that I just couldn't help myself. And today I'm going to showcase all the Transformers Funko Pops that I do have so far, that I know that are around. I'm sure there's going to be a part 2 somewhere as time goes by, assuming that they continue to make more from the Transformers line. And it appears that under this line, they're doing it under retro toys versus animation. And if you'll notice, let's look at Optimus Prime here. Okay, it's got that throwback from back in the 80s, the way the back of the boxes were when you bought a Transformers back in the 80s. So this was definitely marketed towards my generation, the generation that grew up with this, because I don't know any kid that actually, from past the 80s that actually grew up with this without having parents or older siblings or something that would have taught them about this kind of stuff. And here's the lineup we have. We have Optimus, Bumblebee, Megatron, Jazz, and Soundwave. Again, so I picked up an Optimus Prime, and this Optimus Prime is an Amazon exclusive. I don't have a regular one to show you, but the regular one is a different shade of blue, more animated colors versus toy colored, which is what this is, more toy colored, darker shade of blue. I owned an Optimus Prime when I was a kid, and it was definitely a darker shade of blue, which is why I decided to go with this one versus the one that had a lighter shade of blue. And yes, this thing is glorious. Optimus Prime, look at this, the way he's holding his blaster rifle and everything. These Funko Pops, it just looks so good. The head, everything. Oh man, I know I can't transform him, but he still looks great. I definitely appreciates this. Okay, and let's see, let's go with Bumblebee, since he's also the most popular guy, but most people know, new gen know him as the Camaro, but I grew up knowing him as this VW Bug, the Beetle. And he looks so happy. I don't know if this was an exclusive, or if you could have just picked them anywhere, but I didn't really see Bumblebee just in any store, really, or any of these Transformers Pops in any store. I had to go to LCS and an actual swap meet to find some of these. And this one in particular, I was able to get at a swap meet. Pretty happy about it. He was going anywhere from 15 to 20 bucks out in the swap meets, and I was fortunate enough to get him at 15, thanks to that guy who sold it at 15 instead of 20, 25 bucks. Yeah. So yeah, this thing looks cool, cute. And again, the same throwback background with red to show Autobots, reddish orange, right? And then there's Autobot Jazz. Jazz looks great. Yeah, these bobbleheads look great. The amount of detail on this is a lot more than I thought that they would, they would do, really. And I'm kind of glad they did. Again, I'm more compelled to pick these up than to buy the original ones anymore, because they're just too out of range as far as price goes. And yeah, man, look at this. Soundwave. Soundwave looks great. He had like the best voice in the doggone cartoon, other than like I think Optimus himself, you know. Ravage, transform. Kind of cool. Yeah, Soundwave. Look at this. Yeah, Soundwave was probably the one reason that I decided to pick up the Pops in the first place. Because, like, dude, look at this. He looks so good. He looks so good. At first, I was just like, I'm just going to get Soundwave and just not get the rest. But then, yeah, you know, I was like, oh, but Jazz also looks so good, too, though. I was like, oh, I ended up getting them all. Because I was like, oh, man, Soundwave can't be without Megatron. Right? His boy Megatron? Yeah. Megs looks great, too. And they use the, you know, the Decepticon purple. Right? The Decepticon purple to distinguish. And look, they use a later, what looked like a later background, actually. Look, there's, oh my gosh, I forgot his gosh damn name. Menasor and Superion. There you go, fighting in the background there. I wonder if it's the same here, too. Yeah, as far as the Decepticons, it looks like that's what they have in their background instead of Starscream in the background with the Autobot one. But yeah, see, under the retro toys thing, but he looks more like the animated than he does the actual retro toy. If he was more of the retro toy, he would have everybody would know that he would have the chest hairs. These squiggly lines that distinguish the toy from the cartoon. But yeah, this Megatron looks great. The head and everything. I was like, oh yeah, this is the thing. And yeah, that's it for the regular waves. And then I'm about to show you the ones that weren't part of this, you know, I guess the chase ones. And Starscream was among them. Starscream's a Decepticon, you know, the guy who's always trying to undermine Megatron. Yeah, I really didn't want to do this, but I ended up doing it, and gosh dang it, pretty soon I might even fall into the trap of the G.I. Joes too. All the 80s stuff. I can't help myself. Yeah, but this looks great. And you know what? All they have to do is repaint this, you know, into two other different Seekers, and you know, this same mold with just different colors, and they could get Skywarp and Thundercracker. I'm surprised they haven't done that yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did. You know what I mean? Yeah, and they would sell. I definitely want to get the rest of the Seekers up in, you know, my collection, because you can't just have Starscream by him. Well, you can have Starscream by himself, but it'd be nicer with his boys. And the once friend of Starscream, and this is definitely more toy than cartoon, because obviously the cartoon looks nothing like this. This is basically a Macross Valkyrie in the format of you know, with an Autobot symbol on him, basically. I don't know how Transformers got away with that, but yeah, that was cool, and everybody wanted that toy. I think I said, fun fact, back in the day, this was the only toy back in the 80s that I prayed to have for Christmas, and never happened, but it's okay, because I grew up to be a guy who could afford his better version, which was Fans Toys Phoenix. Yeah, basically closer to being cartoon accurate than toy accurate. Yeah, I wasn't, you know, I didn't really care. The more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, anyone could have bought a Valkyrie. So, yeah. But I did like the idea of Skyfire, because I thought he was dope. But yeah. And today I'm about to show you a surprise. I didn't even know this existed. This was Grimlock. I think he was a specialty that was sold only in maybe Australia or some other country, because when I check eBay, it looks like only Australia is selling him. and I was able to find him in the swap meet, and I was pretty stoked that I got him. Grimlock. Me, Grimlock King of the Dinobots. And yeah, he looks glorious. He doesn't have a crown or anything, but I have a feeling if they ever did a variant, they would just give him a crown instead. You know what I mean? Just like Starscream, they would give him a crown from like the movie and stuff. But yeah, Grimlock, and he got his sword. It's so cool. So cute. Look at him, he looks so glorious. Me, Grimlock King. And yeah, no, of course, 69 for Grimlock. And yeah, he looks great. Oh man, dude. Sorry about all the glare, but I'm trying to find a. There you go. An angle where you guys can appreciate him without all the glares. And yeah, there you go. Looks great. See that? Yeah. And yeah, that was it. I was happy to pick up this guy at the swap meet today. I had different plans of what I wanted to get, but when I saw him, I just couldn't deny him. I said, you know what? I need to finish my collection. And so I picked him up today and Bumblebee. So now I feel that my collection, my Transformers Funko Pop collection for the time being is complete. I'm sure it'll change later on when they start adding more, and I'll do definitely another video with the next wave of Transformers, but this is who we got for now. And yeah, this setup looks glorious. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, I'm down for this set. It's just so cool. Looks so good. And adjust fire. Yeah, symmetrical. Yeah, it looks good, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah. But that's it, folks. That's all I have. I'm glad you guys stuck around to watch this video. I appreciate you guys' viewership. If you guys feel the same, hit that like button. And until the next video, ciao. Thank you, guys.